All right, and we're back with another podcast, the N85 podcast. Thank you guys for listening. While you're here, subscribe to the channel, bro, because, hey, like I said, I'm trying to get 100 subscribers before the year ends, and we're almost there, bro. Actually, we're almost at 50. I think we're at 42 or something like that at the time of this recording. But today, we have a special guest on the podcast, bro. Someone I've been actually meaning to get on this podcast for a long time, bro, because I'd like to think that you're one of my oldest friends that I've had, and then, like, you're one of the only people that I could talk about, like, what childhood really is like. You know what I'm saying?
Third grade type.
Yeah,
shit,
since
all
third
the way
grade,
from
bro.
back then.
This is my friend Tokir. We
What's
actually
up,
grew up
everybody?
together. We lived in the same apartments, and I think we just experienced childhood,
Adolescence,
like
yeah.
everything that we experienced, like we both went through it like together and shit. And what's crazy is that I don't know if you've listened to any of these, but I've actually talked about you on this podcast before.
For real?
Yeah, I well, like the longtime listeners will know that no, all I talked about and all I said was that like basically that we experienced the same things like together as children. Like, dude, we started doing drugs at a young age and shit, and it's because we
Yeah.
hung out with like an older crowd.
Failures. They were all failures.
Yeah, they did as well, bro. We were like fucking third, fourth graders hanging out with like damn near high schoolers, bro. Like,
16-year-olds and
yeah.
shit. Everybody was doing drugs. Like, everybody was smoking weed.
Yeah,
and
and
drinking.
we were there just like I guess being influenced by, you know, because we thought they were cooler and shit like that, so we were trying to be like them, and you know, like
Yeah, all those guys failed at life. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
exactly. They did as did, and we didn't know that at the time. We were speaking before the podcast started, and we were saying like that basically I guess our parents, because my dad actually warned me about those people.
My
bro.
mom told me that guy is gonna get nowhere in life. I was like, we're gonna be rappers. Like,
I forgot about that,
believed
bro.
it.
Dude, that's true, bro. You did say that. I remember at one point you were like so adamant. You're like, yo, I'm gonna become a fucking rapper at one point, bro. And I was like, I actually believed you. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers gonna go crazy.
That's
bro.
what I thought. But Say kept lying, bro. Say, like, I learned when I got older that every story this man told me was a fucking
Was a
lie.
cap,
Like,
yeah.
bro, it was just straight cap. Like, he might be in a car with me, be like, I haven't told you by the time I shot 15 people. Like, what?
Oh, what the fuck, bro? He said that?
Bro, he's worse than Soldier Boy, bro. Like, he'll make up anything. He talk about, so I killed somebody, buried him in the woods. I'm like, no, you didn't.
What the
I just
fuck,
seen you
bro?
get beat up last week. Why did you kill him?
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Bro.
But yeah, my dad, the thing is like what I was explaining to you earlier was that I guess we were clouded in our mind by the fact that we thought these people were cool, right? We thought that everything they were doing, they were smoking and shit.
They was
like,
getting
oh,
hoes and shit,
yeah,
too. Like, I
we're
thought it
cool.
was cool.
And my dad would see what was happening and shit. He'd be like, yo, don't hang out with this crowd and shit. They're going to get you nowhere. You're going to end up in a bad place if you keep hanging out with them, right? And I'd actually get mad at him. I'd be like, yo, like,
Me too.
Like,
Me
why are you
too.
trying to, like, you know, tell me who to hang out with or anything like that? Like, these are my friends. These people are actually really cool. They're fun. I'm having a great time. But what actually ended up being exactly how they said it. And that blows my mind because, like, I feel like this new generation below us and shit, because I was explaining to you, like, I have brothers, right? They're in the
Yeah.
same age that, like, we were back then. So they're
And
going
they
through that
don't
same-
they don't understand
They don't-
nothing.
they
They
don't
don't want to
understand.
hear it.
They don't want to hear because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you guys are some old heads. Like,
Yeah.
the shit that y'all went through, we don't go through that no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you guys' experiences, that's just like old shit. But they don't understand. Like, nah, it still applies.
I think
bro.
it's actually worse today because, like, back then, like, you know, we was like 8, 9 years old. We was smoking weed. Nowadays, kids are like 8, 9 years old doing like perks and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
bro, they
it's
have
way worse.
all the new drugs and shit, bro.
They got fentanyl. I never heard about fentanyl back then.
Yo, that ass, bro. I was like, what? Dude, when I first heard that, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah, they talk about, oh, it's cheap. It's very cheap. I'm like, but what is it? Like,
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like, and this will like I guess kind of put into perspective. I saw some dude saying like on TikTok, he was like, bro, back then in our generation, the people making music and shit like that, they were the drug dealers. Now the people that are making music, they're the drug addicts.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that because you
For
got
real?
people like Rick James, like
That is true.
Major Cokehead Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, like, you know, Michael Jackson overdosed on drugs. Like, you know, like, I feel
Okay,
like,
I can see
I
that.
feel like everybody, I mean, probably rap specifically.
Yeah,
Back then it
yeah.
was drug dealers, but back then you didn't really have like a wide variety of drugs. You had cocaine, crack, weed, and heroin, and you're not
Yeah.
about to do 3 of them because 3 of them you know you're gonna die off of it.
I think
So,
everything
weed.
switched whenever like oxys, perks,
Lean.
all that shit. Lean, oh,
Lean,
bro.
the lean
Dude,
wave was so long. I was just like, oh my god.
I've seen some people get lost to that shit. It's
I mean,
fucking insane.
I drank lean a couple times, but it was so expensive. Like it just
You fucking tried it, bro?
expensive. Yeah, I used to drink lean all the time. That shit's so expensive.
Oh hell
bro.
no.
Like, bro, like it costs like the cheap stuff probably like $20 for a fluid ounce, like just an ounce of it, and then like, but you need like 2 or 3 like lines which are ounces, and so you might spend $70 on a cup of lean.
Yeah, I
Like,
heard somebody call it a dirty Trish.
a dirty Trish. Oh, Trish, that's the new lean. They be
That's the
coming.
new lean.
Bruh, I came out of prison, bruh, and my partner, I ain't gonna say a name, but
No, don't say names, please. Don't say
Try-
names. I don't want this fucking video to be held as some kind of court evidence, fucking bullshit, bro.
I seen him on Instagram. He talking about $600 an L. I'm like, what the
What?
hell? Yeah, like people are paying like $600 for a line. Like Trish is like one of the new ones. Like they call it grits too, and it's like one of the more expensive leans. Like they have different types of lean. You got the cheap stuff, which is like $20-$30, and then you got like the very expensive high. I'm like, people buying this shit from you? They're
Damn.
like,
And so
yeah,
what's the
rappers.
difference? I guess like the quality, like it gets you like fucking more
all of
fucked
it gets
up
you
and shit.
fucked up. I don't even know why somebody would spend so much. I think it's a status thing. Like alcohol, like, you know, all alcohol gets you fucked up, but like,
Right.
you know, like I got Douce instead of Hennessy. It's like a status thing,
So
I guess.
the flex, maybe if you put it on the gram and shit, they'll like, oh, look at him, bro.
But
He
the
got
thing
the
is, though,
Trish.
people don't even know. Like, people don't even, bro, you can have a cup of juice and say it's lean. How are they
Like,
gonna
I
tell
just
you?
flexed on the Instagram for 2 seconds. Now we're all fucked up the same way.
You could put NyQuil in the goddamn spray, and people will believe you these days. People are so ignorant. Like,
That's true, bro. All right, I want to go back to a time of our childhood. Let's go back to the childhood. I was just explaining to you a story that you didn't even remember, bro.
yeah,
There's
that's
a
crazy.
point in time where me and him were kind of like frenemies. That's what I called it.
You was an asshole back then. You
I
were an
was, dude.
asshole back
Bro,
then.
I was like I don't know, bro. I was weird, bro. I think like I was a mixture between like a bully and like a I don't know, like a cool friend. I don't know. I can never pick the fucking in between. I was one thing one day and I was another thing the other fucking day. But
It was just so. It was really Tyrone that brought us to. Really, when he moved, that's when we got cool as fuck. Cause like we lost our friend.
that is true.
So
Oh, that
after-
is true, bro.
After
Okay, so yeah.
Tyrone left, it was just like we was locked in. But before that, it was just like, shit, I don't need you. I got Tyrone.
Yeah, no, that is actually very true. I didn't even think about it like that. It was me, him, and then another friend of ours. And I was closer to the other friend than him. So I guess that's what kind of made me like make you like a little outcast. Like I just talk my shit or like, you know what I'm saying, like make fun of you or something like that.
It was worse because 9/11 happened.
Oh,
Like,
bro, dude, the fucking. Dude, you know what? And speaking about like generations, bro, these kids now would not survive back then, bro.
Nah, hell
The
no.
shit
It's
that
so
we said to
soft
each other,
today.
The shit that we said to each other back then, bro, was fucking insane. The racist shit, bro.
Bruh, half the words we said back then, you said we'll get demonetized. I don't even know what that means.
He said, I don't know what that means. Oh no, but it's true. But there was this time, bro, when I think I set you off so bad one time that we were by our local dumpster. So if you live in apartments, everybody shares a giant like dumpster that you go throw your fucking trash at. And we were near there. I don't know what I said to you, bro, but he went to the fucking trash can. There's a bottle out there. He grabbed it. He cracked that motherfucker, and then he held it to my fucking neck. He was like, shut your fucking ass up, bro. I'll fucking kill you right now. I was like, yo, what's going on right now, bro?
I don't remember.
Dude, I was shitting bricks, bro. I was looking at Tyrone like, bro, we gotta go, bro. Dude, that was fucking scary, bro. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, in that, like, that's what I was trying to explain. That we've had a rocky relationship, but throughout our childhood years, we ended up like, I don't know. Do you guys ever get to a point where with somebody that y'all start off beefing and then for some reason y'all just end up friends? You were explaining a story to me earlier that y'all were gonna fucking jump somebody and then y'all ended up being friends with him and shit like that.
Oh yeah. It was me and my dead partner JoJo, right? And I ain't gonna say dude's name. We was gonna jump because he might
listen to this, honestly.
So like, you know, back then he was kind of a lame kid, but now he's like super rich and like, you know, he does stuff
really?
like yeah, hell, y'all seen
that's
him on
good.
Instagram. I was like, damn, bro, you were very successful, but he's successful off the wrong stuff though.
Oh
Like,
damn.
yeah, he probably got legit now though, but like,
And you said that y'all were running up in school one day, right? And
this is after I got a juvenile prison, right? So boom, I'm hanging out with bro ass, you know, we at the crib, JoJo and me, and then, you know, he was Migo gang, like he claimed to be a Quavo nephew or whatever, right? So he was like, the dude was false claiming Migo gang, so JoJo like, bro, I'm about to beat him up. I'm about to pull up and I'm about to beat him. So, you know, like, if I don't go with you, you're never gonna hang out with me again. So like, I was kind of influenced to.
Oh, so you
know,
did it out of like the respect you were gonna get out of it. Because if you said no, then he
yeah.
would have been like, "All right, what the fuck?" going on?"
You're not built like that. You
Yeah,
feel me? So
yeah.
like, boom, I kind of felt influenced to go at that point. So like, we got in the Uber. We pulled up all the way. And this is far, bro. This is from like Sugarloaf all the way to Berkmar. This is a pretty expensive Uber for a 17-year-old.
Oh damn, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
hell yeah, it's just like $100.
Yo, y'all paid that just to go jump somebody?
We
bro?
were scamming back then, like who
Oh,
knew it?
okay.
You feel me? So like, boom, we pulled up all the way to Berkmar. We walked into his classroom. We walked into his classroom.
What?
Bro, there was like 100 people like surrounding us. The APs, the APs, they ran in the room. They're like, what's going on? So I see the APs come. I'm like, oh.
Wait, so take it back. So y'all y'all go inside the classroom, and then what happens? Does he like just make a fucking scene or what?
Yeah, like, he got confronted. So like, he was just like, nah, big bro, it ain't like that. Like, just scared. So like, boom. Like, I see the APs coming, so, like, I try to tap my partner, let's go. My partner don't want to go, though. He wanted to finish this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to finish shit. I just got out of juvenile prison, so I walk off. I'm like, man, fuck this. I try to leave Dr. Pettis. You remember him? He was, like, my arch nemesis, too. Like, he was, like, my arch nemesis, so he was, like, Toke here is like he called my government.
Your
I
whole
was
name,
like,
bro.
yo. I'm like, I can't outrun these people. Like, they gonna lock the door up. So I give in. They call the cops. The cops coming to school. They're like, all right, sign this paper saying that you're never gonna come to school. Like,
Oh, so you got banned from our school from that point?
I got banned, but I came back like a year later. Remember?
Yeah.
I came back 6 months after I tried to jump him, and like,
yeah.
I guess he seen me at school, but like, he didn't want to try this shit, because like, I guess he knew who I had around me.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, me and him had a class together after that.
Really? And then nothing else happened after that?
Nah, we was cool. I never had no beef with him in the first place.
Oh, you were just there by affiliation.
But like, one tactic that I picked up, like, I'll probably keep somebody like him around me, and then I'll just be like, if I ever get down bad, I'll just rob him.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? I did not think it was gonna go that way.
I swear to God, it be shiesty like that. Like, remember I was telling you in the car, like, people in the streets, they'll build you up to a certain position. So, like, you're like livestock in the street. Like, if you're in a gang or whatever, like, people in your gang, they want to see you win, but they only want to see you win so they can take you down later on. So it was just one of those situations, like, you get somebody, huh? You
Damn,
feel
bro.
me?
Let's take it back a little bit. Let's make our way there, because that's one of the topics that I do want to talk about is like the street life and shit like that. But basically, the main reason I got him on this podcast was because I think that
We took two different routes. You did the successful thing. I did the failure
dude, we
thing. Like,
nah, bro, I don't want to feel like that. But like,
I mean, I'm getting my life together, but it's like Naruto and Sasuke. Like, you watch anime?
of course,
Yeah,
bro.
you know how Sasuke, like,
Yeah.
he chose the renegade.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like him. and then you had the village behind you.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so we both ended. We both started the same way, right? The same childhood, but I went one way, he went a crazy way. So it's gonna be it's gonna be awesome now hearing all the point of views. Like, oh, what were you doing while I was doing this, bro?
Hell
I was over here
yeah.
getting A's in fucking chemistry. You're out here serving
Smoking.
time and shit, doing
Yeah.
fucking drugs. But let's see. Let's go to okay. So I did notice we did kind of touch on it earlier, but like as a kid, you were really like heavily bullied and shit, right?
Hell yeah, I was a Muslim.
Especially for your
Post
religion.
9/11 America. Hell yeah, I got called Osama bin Laden like every day.
Oh no, bro.
You used to call me Osama bin Laden.
I
every
cannot
day.
say that, bro. I cannot say that I did. I cannot say that I did. The me now does not condone anything that the me back then said, all right?
It was cool back then. It was cool to bully Muslims. It was cool.
Bro, I'm fucking sweating right now.
It was cool back then.
Right. Okay. Out of all the things that people, because a lot of people, they didn't even just verbally fucking abuse you. They fucking did a bunch of, they egged your house sometimes.
They did.
They did not ditch your house.
Yeah, they did not dish me, but I caught one of them. Like, I caught one. I put him in the chokehold.
For real?
It was what the fat Dominican dude's name?
I don't know. We're not gonna say his name, but I
But
think
his
I know who
little
you're talking
brother, the one with the
Oh,
peanut
I
head,
know.
we used to call him peanut head all the time.
about. I know exactly what you're talking
I
about, bro.
caught him ding dong ditching me, bro. I put him up in the chokehold and strangled
real?
him. Yeah, I strangled that kid.
Bruh. So the reason I brought that up was what do you think that actually did for like your mental health back then? Because I feel like a lot of kids like you see that, you only see that in like movies and shit, like all people getting bullied and shit, but a lot of people don't think actually think it's real. You know what I'm
I
saying?
seen this movie, right? It's an Indian movie though. It's called My Name Is Khan, and it's like about a group, well, a family from India that were Muslim. They moved to America before 9/11. Then 9/11 happened. They killed his son. Like some kids were bullying him. They were like kicking soccer balls at him, which y'all did too. But like it was because I was goalie. Y'all thought I was gonna run away from the ball, but I had to sit there and take it. That shit sucked. But like, yeah, they killed him with soccer balls and stuff, right? Which I did have a hard time believing because I've
That's
never.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't think people die for soccer balls. You played soccer. Do people die for soccer balls?
Nah,
Yeah.
that's very rare unless you get like a head kind of injury.
You know,
and shit.
Indian movies do weird stuff like that.
The
like,
Bollywood shit.
Yeah, like they got some weird stuff going on in Bollywood. But yeah, though the kid died, right? And then like his family tried to seek justice, and the dad was like had Asperger's or something. Like he was kind of throwed. So like like they had to like get justice for his son. And like it post 9/11 America, bro, it's hard for like a Arab kid growing up, but
How did you like cope with it? Like, what did you like?
I
I don't know.
smoked weed.
Was there? Oh,
You
I
know
did
what I
drugs.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. He did do drugs.
I was doing drugs since I was like 8 years old. Like,
Um,
but not only that though, like besides that, like it was just like, I guess at one point I just said I'm tired of being the good guy and I'm going to take revenge on everybody. And
Yeah.
like it just got to that point where I was just sick of trying to be a person of upstanding character. And
yeah.
the guys around us were criminals, so I was just like, I might as well get into what they doing. Like,
Yeah, I've heard before that like a lot of gangs or like a lot of like I guess kids end up being in gangs because of like their situation at home or like their like everything around them is not adding up right. They don't get the love, they don't get like anything, so they feel like they need to seek that love or seek that acceptance from another place, and usually it's like gangs and shit or like a bad crowd and shit like that.
But like the guys we were around, they weren't real gang members though. They were just like they
Just
were
idiots, bro.
doing gang activity.
Yeah, but
But
without
they
the
were-
gang.
Yeah, but they weren't in a gang though. Like I ended up joining a real gang. I'm a vice lord, but I became a vice lord in prison though. It's from Chicago or whatever, right? But the guys though in our neighborhood, like they were like fake gang members. Like Quay, you remember Quay? He started off as a Crip and then started saying he was a Blood, and then he started saying he was a GD. Like he claimed like 3 different gangs over his
Right.
life.
I feel like,
was
I mean,
what?
just as kids, like you'll just claim whatever, just to like look like you're a part of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a
Yeah.
lot of people in high school doing that shit, like claiming shit, throwing shit up, and
Bro, I seen a lot of kids like in our neighborhood. Like after we kind of grown up and stuff, right?
Right.
Like how I told you, little bro shot Esco, right? Well, allegedly shot Esco, right? So
yeah,
yeah, bro, like his whole generation, they're all Crip. Like, bro, if you go down Arkway right now, all those kids are Crips now. Like, it's so weird. Like, the whole neighborhood is a Crip now.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Back to the mental health thing. Was there ever a point where you just felt like, I guess, I don't know, like alone maybe? Like you just
Hey,
felt
yeah,
like,
I was suicidal as like I
God
was
damn.
suicidal, homicidal. It didn't matter. Just angry. Like I had a little emo phase where I used to cut myself back then.
oh, for
like
real?
yeah, hell yeah. Like just dumb stuff. You feel me? But I mean, like that stuff don't affect you when you become an adult though. Like, cause like that's child business. Like
Also, do you not have like any like resentment towards like, I guess, I mean, even like people or like actions or like even situations of things that happened to you as a kid?
I mean, not really, because I don't remember half of it. But they do say it like trauma, you could suppress it and it develops your character without you knowing.
Oh, okay.
So it could be a situation like that, but I don't blame nobody, cause like I kind of found God, and like I just believe that whatever happens is for the best. Like
oh, that's good.
yeah, like I believe that struggle and suffering makes you into a better person. Like it's character development. You feel me?
Yeah, because a lot of things, I mean,
If you're comfortable too long, you become an asshole. Like that's why rich people, they turn into dickheads, because they're
Yeah.
just so comfortable. Like they just have no respect for anything no more.
yeah, what I was going to say is that, like, I mean, a lot of things that I do remember as a child, bro, is like trauma shit. There's very few, like, good instances that I remember. I just remember all the fucking the crazy scheming shit that we used to do as little kids. Like,
Didn't we
fucking-
you steal pizza back then?
that dude, I literally, dude, I was crazy. I was just talking to a homie the other day, bro. That I literally explained that whole story. We would fucking steal pizzas and shit back in the day.
You remember that one time Quay tried to like hit one of the pizza guys with a big metal stick in the abandoned apartment?
Nah, I don't.
Like-
But that's the story I told actually.
Oh yeah. It was like me, you, and Quay, right? And like we were in the apartment and we tried to grab the pizza. And he's like, I need the money first. And we were
Yeah.
trying to grab the pizza and
Yeah.
run out the back door. And
Yeah.
like, he wasn't going. So we kind of panicked and we got a room. There's like a big metal stick. Like, and Quay's like, I'm about to hit him in the face with the stick and take it. I'm like, that's armed robbery. I'm not doing that.
Jesus.
It was back when I was like
Christ,
9 years old. I was like, bro, hell no. Like, bro, we're not about to do that. We're not.
Did you ever have like moments where you were like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit? Or
No,
you're just
'cause
like,
at one point, I just completely gave up. I was
you
just
never
like,
had like that thing that switched off in your head? Like, I guess that's like a mechanism, like an alert mechanism. I guess maybe like a defense.
when you
mechanism?
know it's wrong and you just like, maybe
All
I
right, let
should
me
stop.
not. Yeah.
I have that now, but back then,
Oh.
like, you know, I was trying to be validated by everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
it-
but once you have self validation, it's kind of like you know right and wrong. You feel me?
yeah,
but-
that's very important that you say that, bro.
Yeah.
Self validation.
Yeah, but like when you don't have self validation, you feel like you gotta prove a point to everybody. You actually look more lame because now you're trying to find approval from other people. Like,
Bro,
this
and that's
shit's
so
lame.
easily spotted. I always say that shit, that you can tell when somebody's like putting on an act, like acting like other people around them, but you could tell that they're not that person. Like, you're not that guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know, like I wasn't a bad person. I was just doing bad things because of people around me. Like, especially when I moved out of Orion, cause you know why we moved out of Orion, right?
No, I don't.
I burglarized.
Oh
I
my God.
burglarized this kid's house. Police caught me.
Oh, you got caught?
Yeah, I got caught up. I had like a PS3, some jewelry. I think it was fake. I don't know. And like I got like, I don't know, some other stuff in the book bag. And you know, the police, they pulled up on me. I threw the book bag, right? So like they found the book bag. They was like, which one of y'all had the book bag? They try to get a snitch. And you know, I was like in the 8th grade, so I was like, man, fuck you. I ain't about to snitch. Like, what
Right.
the hell?
Right.
So like they would just kind of interrogate us separately, and nobody said anything, so nobody went to jail. And like, you know, after that moment, I was like, yeah, okay, you can never snitch, because if you don't snitch, good things happen.
Oh yeah, only good things has ever happened to people that don't snitch. Yeah, perfect.
Like one time, right? I started hanging out with Jabron a lot. You remember Jabron?
Yeah, I do remember.
You know, Jabron got like 15 years
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
I
Like,
do.
he's in prison like for a long time. But
Yeah.
me and him, we was cool. Like his whole time in prison, you know, we was hitting each other up and shit. Like, you know, while I was doing my bid and he was doing his bid. But when I started hanging out with Jabron, they put me down in like a fake ass little gang called 1508, and I just thought I was a shit. Like, you know.
Mm.
And like I felt like I had to earn their validation, so I was just doing dumb shit. Like one time we got caught stealing like 6-7 cars, right? Gwinnett County.
Cars?
Yeah, we was stealing cars. Like we would wake up like 5 in the morning and they would like have their keys inside, right? Like, you know how you warm up your car in the wintertime? We would just wake up early.
Oh, earlier. You're all fucking early bird, son.
We were supposed to be going to school, but instead of going to school, we would just like walk around. It is cold outside, so now it's like
Yeah.
we gotta steal a car and we want to be warm.
Oh my god, bro, the fucking struggle. Oh my god.
So we would like 5 cars. I remember my first time doing it, right? I was with my partner. I ain't gonna say that. He
Yeah.
ain't my friend no more. I really hate his guts, but you know, I'm gonna get into that later, right? But he was like, "You get in the car first." I'm like, "Bro, why are you acting scared?" So, boo, I get in the car. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He's like, "This man go in the back seat. He take it's a baby stroller, right? There's no child in it though." He leaves.
Oh,
the
imagine
stroller.
there was a child, bro. Fuck no.
We would, knowing us, we probably would have left him. Like, you know, we would have took him out. And
No,
like,
just
leave-
set him down. be like,
displace
stay in
his
school.
Yeah, and then, you know, we took off with her car. I guess it was a woman, right? Because child in the back seat. Not saying single fathers, you know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, you know,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a woman's car. You could tell whose gender is in the car by the smell and like how messy it is.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So like, you know, we took off, and then something bad always happens when you steal a car. Either a flat tire, you just run out of gas.
Just fucking karma,
police.
bro.
Yeah, so like you're gonna steal another car after your first one. We stole like 6-7 of them. We finally got caught, right? Cause Jabron was sleeping in the front seat and the other dude, he was in the back seat. He was asleep too. I'm the only one up. I'm on my phone. I see a police car come, so I start tapping him. He like, boy, we caught.
Boy, we caught.
We caught. It was no argument about it, right? So I'm just like, so they're like, all right, guys, at 5, we're about to break for it. So, they think about opening the door and running. And the police, like, he turned back, he went to the car. He was like, I just want to let you guys know that if you get out this car and start running, I will tase you. He was all like,
no,
like, he knew he was about to run.
Yeah.
Because apparently those two got caught the day before for another car, and the guy in the back seat took the charge. So they made us go to Gwinnett County Police Department, and they had us in like 3 different interrogation rooms, right? And I was talking about they talking to me. I'm just lying to them the whole time. I'm like, I didn't know the car was stolen. Like,
they just picked me up.
Yeah, And then I was just like, they was like, so we see you got a burglary for when you was 14. Have you went to court for it? I was like, hell nah. Like, so
you didn't go to court, bro?
Man, hell nah, bro. Because they can't prove. They don't have no evidence. They just found a book bag full of stuff and 3 kids walking by. They can't really say nothing,
Right.
So like, boom, goddamn, they opened a laptop. They're like, show me all the houses you burglarized.
What the fuck, bro?
They had Google Maps. Like, I just pointed to a random house. I was like, that one. They're like, okay, this kid's obviously lying. We're not getting nothing out of him. Like, so they went to the other rooms, right? So I guess Jabron didn't say anything. And then I look at other dude, right? He in his room. He crying. Like, I see, oh, you snitch. Like, what the
Oh, if somebody's crying, they're about to fucking fold, bro.
Bruh, I thought he folded, right? Because like I see him in the room, like he like this, like he got his hand on
He's
his
looking like
forehead.
DJ Khaled about to drop an album.
Yeah, he had like a cup of water. I was like, I was never offered water. Like, and then it was like, your friend's going to jail, and he was talking about the dude crying. I'm like, what? He looked like he just snitched. Why he go to jail? So like he got locked up for like 30 days off that. I'm like, 30 days for 6 cars is not a bad deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going into the scheme and shit that y'all were going. So after school, you did end up doing like a good amount of time, because I remember I hadn't seen you in years, bro, up until till today. Actually, you know what's crazy? This is the first time I've seen him probably in like 7 years, bro.
7 years probably, yeah. Because last time I went to school was like, what, 2017?
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
good 6 years around like
you
that.
talking about when I got convicted and sent to prison. You talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to do like a whole lot of credit card fraud. So they found me with a credit card machine, 26 credit cards in my name, and like a pistol, right? So, boom.
I always meant to ask, how does that work? How do you scam? How the fuck does that shit even work?
It's so many different scams, bro. Like, I remember my friend, right? Like, I'm friends with him to this day, and like, he just be telling me, cause me and him did time together in prison separately. We been knew each other for years, right? But he went to one prison, I went to another prison, and we just been cool the whole time. But I remember one thing he told me there's a million ways to scam America, and he wasn't lying. Like, look at the PPP loans. Like, you heard about that?
Yeah, oh, bro,
like,
that shit had America by the balls.
COVID-19, unemployment. Like, there was stuff going on that I didn't even know about because I was locked up. You feel me? And people were saying, like, damn, bro, if I was home during that time, I probably would have took off,
Right.
But, like, it's just like, there's so many different stuff. Like, me, I used to, like, call this phone number. I'm not gonna say the name of the company.
don't say any names,
like,
bro. Please don't.
Like, but you need something called a merchant ID, and you could call them, and like, I don't know if you know this, but all debit cards, all the numbers on the debit card except the last 4 is called a card pattern, right? So all the last 4 digits you can move them around, and all card patterns have the same expiration date. So you could literally go on this voice operator, I guess, and like you could navigate through and guess card numbers and then approve it for a certain amount to purchase. And like you could, and then we had a machine, and like we would get like some hand sanitizer and a penny, and we would rub off all the stuff off an empty card, and you could punch it up like yourself, like the ink, like the ink will sit in
I've seen that.
Yeah, so we would like make on credit cards. That's just one way to do it.
So basically, if somebody guesses your shit, you're just fucked. Like,
you're fucked. Yeah, it's over.
Damn, that's crazy. So you could like, cause I know that sometimes you run it through like a fake like little thing. Cause I've seen on TikTok they take off like the fake like head of a what the fuck is shit called?
Then Bowser machine or the reader writer?
The reader, like yeah,
It's
you know how
called
when you swipe those ones
it's
they
called
swipe.
it's called an MSR X6 machine because like what that does is that every credit card, a debit card, if you look on the back on the black strip, there's like one or two like thin lines.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
lines are called tracks, and a track is like where the data is recorded. It's not the actual black stripe; it's the tracks on the stripe. You feel me?
Oh.
And so track 1 would probably hold like your actual banking information, and track 2 will hold personal information like your name and stuff like that, date of birth and stuff. So you could like get a reader writer machine. You could buy these stuff online, bro. Like I know hella websites that I'm not gonna bring up.
Oh no, please don't, bro.
Like some
Yo,
guy from the dark web will probably come and kill me if I reveal information. Like,
yo, please don't, bro.
so like, like you could buy it and you could like swipe it. You could copy it through Notepad onto the software because the reader writer come with his own software, and you could just copy the information that you buy. Bro, you could buy somebody's credit card for $25 online, and that shit.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
that shit like it might have like 2,000. It's like hitting the lottery. Like you could buy like 50 pieces, and like 20 might work, 20 won't work.
Right, and then from there, okay, so yeah, so say you have a credit card now, right? You went through all that process. Now you have it. What do you buy? Because I think like
anything, you could do anything with it. Like it's a car now. Like
oh, so you were never scared? Because this went through my head. Because I've always found like
no, if you're scared, that's a red flag. They're gonna lock you up instantly.
That's what I'm saying. Because I found like credit cards and debit cards on the floor before, and like I've been like hell no. I've seen homies like go to fucking McDonald's and just splurge the fuck out on some McChickens and shit. But the thing is like I always thought like if they know it's fraud. I thought the fucking like FBI and shit was gonna go in and see the camera, see who fucking purchased and then who did all this. Like, does that shit work like that or not?
Nah, hell nah. Because like this is exactly what happens, right? You get your credit card information stolen. Like,
yeah,
one of the credit cards I number was stolen from Houston, Texas. Like, you think Houston police is gonna like try to pinpoint my location while there's people getting killed in Houston? Like, they don't got time for that.
Yeah.
And then like all this money is like FDIC insured. So like
that's exactly why. Yeah, because a lot of people, because that just happened to me before, bro. Some fucking random bozos took my fucking debit card information and then
was it the Bank of America?
Yes.
Oh man, that's the bank that pursued. I probably stole your information.
Hey, shout out, bro. I probably copped you some food, bro. It's all good though. I probably copped you some sneakers. Yeah.
Bank of America, bro. Like their fraud division, like was a witness against me. You know how scary that looks when Bank of America is pressing charges on you.
Yeah, bro. You just hit them up, but the thing is, like, they make it easy though. You hit them up, be like, "Hey, I didn't make these shits." They'll be like, "All right, cool," and then they'll give you your money back and shit like that. As long as you didn't give your information to people, because this is another thing. The other one, we're on the topic of frauds. I know a lot of people are doing the bank shit where
I used to do that. But I used to do it before it was like really popular.
Yeah. Now everybody knows about it. You can't get away with it.
Exactly. Like now the only way you could do bank fraud is like if you talk to a woman and actually convince her to make a bank account for you. Like you gotta lay some real.
Or just like a fucking idiot that doesn't know anything about that. Doesn't have social media. Honestly, like.
I wouldn't even say that because, like, a woman could know about it, but, women do a lot of stuff for men that they don't want to do. So, like, I guess.
Oh, are you talking about, like, a girlfriend?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I guess if you lay that pipe right, like, like
yo, I'm fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure she'll, like, open a bank account for you,
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Like, my partner, he does it all the time. Like, he'll, like, sweet talk a woman, like, into making a bank account for her.
What, bro?
Right, he does it for a living. Like, he's super straight off, too.
And then what does he do with that? Like, he just fucking, like, opens up other accounts?
It up. He fucks up the account like all the way negative $8,000.
Holy shit, bro!
And he'll be like, "This is our money," but the whole time it's his money. Like,
dude, they made a fucking Netflix documentary on some dude that did that shit. It's called like the Tinder syndrome.
Oh, I seen him. Yeah, like his method was a little different, but same concept though. He would like he would like act like he was like related to this Israeli family who was in the jewelry business.
Yeah.
And he would act like a super millionaire to take women out on expensive dates, and then like be like, "My enemies are after me."
Yeah, I need some fucking money, please, or I'm dead. Oh no.
Hey man, a lot of women these days, bro, especially in Atlanta, bro, you tell them your enemies are after you, they'll just block you. Like,
they'll block you. They won't. I thought you were gonna say they're gonna help you. Now they'll fucking block you.
They'll block you because they don't want the enemies coming to their house.
Oh hell no! They're like, I can find another motherfucker like you, bro.
Yeah, Because Atlanta is such a generic city, bro. Everybody dresses the same, acts the
That's
same.
true, but
And
talks
they-
the same.
And they think it's so unique, and it's like nothing unique about this. Everybody's just doing Percocets and dyeing their hair and getting face tats out here. They're
Jesus.
very
Okay, so
skinny
we
jeans.
were talking about how you got caught up, what you were doing to get caught up. Now talk to me about the time inside, bro, because I know for sure you got some crazy shit about your time. Talk to me about your first day. Like, what was that shit like?
Oh
Were you
my
fucking
God,
scared?
my
And shit?
first, I wasn't scared because, like, I knew I was going to prison, right? So, like, I asked a lot of people, 'cause, a lot of people been to prison that I've been around. So, they're just like, you'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
That's the only advice they could give me, right? And then, like, turns out being a Muslim is a big deal in prison because Muslims are like a gang. Like, it's like,
Oh, what?
man, hell yeah, bro.
Oh wait, I think a big population of African Americans are Muslim, right? Like black people
Yeah,
are.
hell yeah. Especially like in states like New Jersey and cities like Philadelphia and stuff like that. Like you got second, third generation Muslims out there.
Yeah.
But Georgia prisons, it's got a lot of Muslims in it because a lot of gang members that might have a disagreement with their gang, they might seek protection. So they'll just hurry up and say, I'm Muslim now. You feel me? And just run away, like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, we had undercover homosexuals in our rank, like
I've heard a bunch of that shit. Like people are like,
I seen it before an accident, right? Like
what the fuck on
It
accident?
was this guy. Like it was like I remember it was like 7 a.m, right? And like I had a work detail to go to, right? So like I go over to the room to like see what taking him so long, bro. He's getting head like by his roommate. I was like, what? Like, bro, I swear to God, I ain't tell nobody because I didn't want to like have problems with the guy.
For sure, bro.
So I just let him figure out on his own. But like he got transferred to another prison before he got caught up for it. But there's one guy, he got caught up the worst way. Like,
okay, so you said caught up. So I'm assuming it's not like a fucking good thing to be like gay and like in prison, right? People will treat you different, right?
Nah, it's not even. I mean, yeah, somewhat because it's a large population of men. It kind of feels weird when like some guys, like you don't know if he's looking at you or getting off on. You don't know what's going on. It's kind of weird, right? But like, there's a lot of. I'm not gonna say the term we use in prison to describe them, but it's a lot of feminine men in there that like take estrogen pills and.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, they got like titties done and shit like that. So like. Guys like that, obviously me being a Muslim, I will stay away from them, but,
right.
A lot of people, they'll treat them, just like they treat anybody else. But it's just like, be honest about who you are. Like, if you know you're into this stuff, don't try to claim a gang or a religion that clearly has laws against, that type of orientation.
Okay.
Because nothing is wrong with that stuff on its own.
Right. I feel like you can always show people respect without even if you're not in agreement with what they are, but like you show them respect. I mean, you show everybody respect.
Human. You
yeah,
feel me?
human.
So, like,
exactly.
Yeah, like ain't nothing wrong doing business with them. Like, just don't be a dickhead. But at the same time, though, like if you know you're into this stuff, then just just be open about it. Let people around you know. You feel me? Or at least just don't. You ain't gotta tell nobody because that's their business. But don't make it somebody else's business. Cause like, let's say you're a blood, right? A blood's not allowed to do that lifestyle, openly, at least openly, right? So if you're into this stuff and you're saying you're a blood and you get caught up in that type of stuff, and now the other bloods want to kill you about it, that's your grave that you did. Because why did you go in there saying you were a blood?
Yeah. You
could just went in there and be like, oh, nah, I don't gang bang or nothing, right? And, you could have your little fun with whoever. And, yeah, some people might be like, oh, what? But, it's better than you now getting killed because you're violating laws and stuff.
For sure,
in there, So.
Let's go back to your first day. We didn't finish that.
First day, all right.
Yeah, you walk in, and then what's it like?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you from the moment I got off the bus. My dumb ass forgot to wear boxers to the county jail, right?
Oh, God bless. That sounds like a fucking.
I was free balling.
Commando.
I wore some shorts with my jeans on top because I know the Gwinnett County holding cell is like 2-day nap. I went in there on some perks and stuff. I took a nap for like 2 days, right? So boom, I wake up and they're like, all right, take a shower, guys, and. The county jail, I went upstairs and, I did like a month in the county jail before they put me on the bus to prison.
Right.
They shackled the shit out of my ankles, bro. Like, they put them on extra tight. So I couldn't even walk.
The blood circulation, bro.
Yeah, so I couldn't even walk right. Then I get on the bus and my ankles are hurting, but I'm not even trying to act like a hoe because, like, dude, I'm going to the jungle right now. Like, I've heard stories about this place.
Yeah.
So I get off the bus, right? They're like, strip. So boom, I strip. Everybody's in their boxers. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I don't have my boxers. Is it cool if I wear my basketball shorts? They're like, no, wear a towel, bro. They hand me a skinny ass towel, bro. The shit was so small, bro. Like, that shit didn't even fit all the way. Like,
Oh no, bro.
So I'm like, oh my god, I'm being targeted already. Like,
I'm being targeted. And I'm not even inside yet. Fuck.
so like, I go inside. They make us stand in lines and shit, right? They're like, no talking, nobody talk. Like, they're trying to act like dickheads, but prison's not like that. It's just our first day. They try to act like that, right? So boom, this guy was talking in front of me, and the police was like, what? You said what? Smack the shit out of his ass. Like,
what?
Smack the fuck out of him. I was like,
Hey, so I'm assuming it's like on some beyond scare straight shit, right? Like they try to like make it seem like, yo, this is what prison's like.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
The first prison, every Georgia offender has to go to Jackson State Prison.
Okay, so we just have to make another cut because the fucking cameras went out. But yeah, you were talking about your first day.
Right. So I already explained the part about me not having no boxers, right? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm wearing this skinny ass towel. The shit's not really working type shit. And
Yeah.
like it's like 50 guys, right? And we're all lined up and shit, right? We're all lined up, and I'm the only guy with no boxers on, so I'm just like,
Oh
like,
no, bro.
I'm looking behind me like I'm making sure like nobody trying to see something. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, cause boom, and then the police smacks this guy in front of me for talking. Yeah, like, yeah, prison is racist. Back then it would be like, oh, white people hurting black people. Now it's the other way around because people watch.
Oh, they're getting their revenge. They're like, yo, y'all treated us with like shit for years now.
Yeah,
It's our turn.
like they watch the news and they see the Tiki Trump shit and all this shit. They come to work and they take out their anger. Like women too. Women might have a problem with their boyfriend at home. They'll come to work and be like, "You're a man. You disgust me." Beat like,
yo, no way.
Hey, hell yeah, they be free picking at the police. Like, it's nothing like the county jail. The county jail, like, the police will get sued for beating you up. But like in prison, man, the police will beat you up. There's no cameras. Like.
I mean, because I guess by then in prison you're fucked. Like in the system, like you know what I'm saying. To society, you don't even matter. So it's like, why even fucking?
Yeah, you really get treated like an animal, especially in this first prison, right? GDCP, Jackson State Prison, worst experience I ever had, right? So like, boom, I got kicked out of Jackson because I pulled my penis out on the deputy warden. Like,
what the fuck, bro? For what?
It's prison culture. It's prison culture. Like, if you like a female, you pull your dick out on them.
What?
Yeah, you jack off on a woman. If you like
her, bro.
If you like her, you gotta pull your penis out. It's to a certain dominance.
Dude, what the fuck is going on right now? Okay, yeah.
But I got kicked out like 2.5 years later, right? So like, boom, check this out, right? Like, my first day, right? So boom, they made me take the towel off and throw it in the bin, and they like spray some shit on your pubes, under your armpits, on your head, right?
What?
Yeah, it's like something to kill lice and bed bugs.
I figured.
Yeah, so like, I guess it kills crabs and shit.
Yeah, no crabs in jail.
Yeah,
Dubs.
So the strong pesticide, it starts burning your dick. Like,
dude, no jacking off for a week, bro.
Man, wait, I'll talk about you. Prison is actually the nastiest place because everybody jacks off in there like 15 days. Like, it's so disgusting.
There's nothing else to do, bro. You just fucking jack off all day.
It's so weird, bro. Like, so you gotta take this 10-second shower, right? It's a 10-second shower. It's just water. You just wipe the pesticides off before it kills you, and then boom, you go. They shave your head. They give you some clothes. So boom, you get your head shaved. You put on your clothes and stuff.
Oh, they shave your head?
Yeah, because of lice and stuff like that. They shave your head your very first day after they put the pesticide in there.
Oh, okay.
So like, you're bald as hell, and then like, you sit in the gym for like 6 hours, get your blood tested, they check your tattoos, check if you're in the gang, and all types of shit. They feed you over there, and they're just like, no talking. And it's just like, dude, come on, we've been here for like 8 hours, bro. I'm about to say a word to somebody around me. I'm bored. Right. Like, so boom, they finally send us off, right? And this is what scared me, right? They handed me a ribbon that said E-House, right? And I don't know what this means, right? So, I'm kind of like,
right.
Some older guy came up to me. He's like, damn, you're in E-House? I'm like, what does that mean? Like, why'd you say it? Like,
it's like goddamn Harry Potter, bro. You in Gryffindor,
yeah,
bro?
like, you feel me? So he was like, Oh man, somebody just died at I was like, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I don't want to hear.
Like, yup, that's what I want to hear. That's my crib for the next 2 years.
So boom, nah, this is only 6 weeks. This is still the
Oh,
diagnostic
yeah,
part. You
yeah,
feel
yeah.
me? It's they classify you before they send you off. So boom, they put me in E-house. As soon as you walk in there, like everybody's screaming. It sounds like a madhouse, bro. Like the Crips are like, "Real." The Bloods are like, "Woo!" Like the Muslims are trying to find you. You have the Ghostface, the GDs, like everybody's screaming. They're like, "Who's from Gwinnett? Who's from Gwinnett?"
Like,
So-
present.
Yeah, you know, I put him all like, "I'm from Gwinnett. What's up?" He like, I'm thinking his beef was on. He like, "You brought any cigarettes with you?" I'm like, "Hell nah." Like, what the fuck? So boom, they assigned me to my cell. I can't find my cell because it's like 250 people, like, you know, in 4 ranges and shit. So like, it's hard to find your room.
And you're not scared at this point, bro? Like, your heart's not fucking beating and shit like that?
I mean, you know, I'm kind of used to the gang members, and you know, like, I just, it's just like you can't be scared at this point because you already there.
Yeah,
like,
I guess, yeah.
you're more nervous getting there than actually being there. You feel me?
Because, yeah, putting myself in, like, your shoes, like, hearing this, bro, it's just, like, fucking making my heart
And
race,
it's
bro.
dark as shit. It's dark as hell, bro.
Oh,
It's like
hell no, bro.
2 orange lights. They finally fixed it up. Now, like, they got paint and TVs and bright lights and stuff. But, like, back then, it was just straight rusty bars and, like, a bunch of green lights over your door saying that you're locked in. A red light means your door is open and shit. And, like, they had no TVs and no phones in there. So, 6 weeks, no phone calls, no TVs, 24 hours in a room. You feel me? You come out.
Damn.
Yeah, you come out of shower like 3 times a week, 5 minutes, you know, and then you go out to eat. When you go out to chow hall, you get 2 seconds to eat your food. Like,
What?
man, yeah, they give you like 5-10 seconds to finish your whole food. Like, they're animals. Like, and
So, yeah, take it back. Yeah, you couldn't find yourself?
yeah, so like, boom, I go to my room, right? And the room is super small, bro. It's like 2 bunk beds, and your foot could reach the toilet, and your head could reach the door.
No fucking
Like-
way, bro.
And your arm could reach the metal box in front of you. And like,
Jesus.
we started learning how to like you know, like, you start learning that the police, what they say doesn't matter, you know, like, because the police aren't gonna try to stop you. They don't really give a fuck at that point.
So, in what way? Like,
Okay, they might be like, go to your rooms, right? And like, you be like, I'll go to my room. And then like, so when you go to your room, you could like get on your stomach and crawl out the room and hide and shit while your door closes. And everything.
what, bro?
Yeah, it's like you're outside your room now, and like people be smoking in there. Like, bro, like some of the cell houses, it might be just straight smoke. Like I might walk by their cell house, I just look inside, and it's
Just
like a fucking
The fucking
fog.
Undertaker
Like,
is in there, bro.
yeah, it's like fog traveling. I'm like, what's going on in there? I go to the door, and you have people like with wicks in their hand. Wicks is like rolled up tissue with fire on it. People use them as lights, and like everybody is walking around the wick. I'm like, what's
What
going
kind
on?
of initiation shit is going on in there, bro?
They smoke, like, remember I was telling you, they got this drug called Tucci, which is like artificial weed, right?
Right.
And they spray it on paper, so somebody might get like a piece of paper and throw it over some burning tissue and say this. They go
What the fuck, bro?
and they'll have like a seizure for 5 minutes straight.
Damn, that's fun. That's recreation in there, bro. That's yeah.
That's their recreation. Like, everybody be doing it. It's so
I'm going over to
weird.
Craig's cell tonight and getting a
Bruh.
little wild.
Bro, it's like crack. It's like worse than crack. Like,
No, I said Craig. I'm going to Craig's cell, like a guy named Craig. I'm going to Craig's cell. I'm gonna
yeah,
get wild.
they do that, bro. I seen a party one time. I
Party?
seen a party one time. It was so weird. It was 6 guys in a cell. And remember, your feet could touch the toilet. Your head could touch the door.
What the
And
fuck,
it's
bro?
6 guys in there. It's already bad enough you got a cellmate. You got 6 people in the cell together, bro. And they're watching TV with the fucking tissue burning, smoking.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, how are you having fun right now? This isn't fun.
What are y'all doing in there, bro?
So, like, my first night, you know, I just lay in the bed. I didn't get a roommate at this point, right? You know, he came the next day or whatever, right? And so, boom, I'm just laying in my bed, and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll try to go to sleep, even though everybody's screaming. So I'm thinking prison is like a zoo all the time.
Right.
It turns out after 9 o'clock, everybody shuts up.
Just go to sleep. I
After-
can't be asked no more after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, after 9 o'clock, nobody's loud ever again, unless, like, you know, like some guy just having a disagreement with another guy below him, and they'll be like, "Fuck you, pussy!" Like, they'll just say some random shit. Like, what the fuck?
So, so yeah, that was your first night. Now talk to me about like going forward. some of the wild shit you fucking saw in there, bro. Like some
Saw or
shit
did?
that's like saw and I mean whatever you fucking you're
Alright,
comfortable with
alright,
sharing. Just the
did-
craziest shit, bro.
All right, did I stabbed a white person for $80? Like,
God. Okay, talk me to it, bro. What was the reasoning?
I was selling him meth, right? And like he kind of owed me some money, right? It was just only 80. But he owed me like $200 something. He did a good job paying most of his debt.
So people have money in prison, like
Man,
physical money?
Bro, nah, it's Cash App.
Oh, what the
Cash
fuck? They have Cash App in prison, bro?
Everybody has a cell phone, so like Cash App is the only thing that gets around.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, so people actually have like cell phones in there and they allow it?
Yeah. No, they don't allow it, but it's
Oh.
just so many cell phones there. Like, and
Because, dude, you know what was crazy? I saw this motherfucker posting on Instagram from prison. I was like, how does this even happen,
every
bro?
day.
I was like, dude, what's going on in there, bro?
Every day I would post my food. I would post me doing drugs. I was like, hey, Instagram made that shit bearable. Like, I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie. Instagram makes prison bearable. And that's why police, usually they try to like turn a blind eye to contraband, like drugs and cell phones, because they know it could calm the whole population down.
That is true.
And then if you act up and get violent in there, that's when they'll come and like, shake the place down and find shit. And then everybody has to spend like, a cell phone's like $500, $800 in there.
Oh, you buy it from somebody.
Yeah, it's like $500, $800. This shit's expensive in there. Some prisons $1,300 for a cell phone.
And what kind of phone are we talking, bro? We talking
I
fucking-
had an LG K20. Like,
yeah, we're not talking no iPhone 14.
my cellmate had iPhones like a motherfucker. He had AirPods in there. Like,
What is going, bro? What is this prison? bro?
I've never seen AirPods before. Like,
You're like, yo, this is what the outside world provides. Shit.
bro, like he got AirPods, an iPhone 4. He had like 3 iPhones in that room.
That's crazy to me, bro.
I had like an LG K20, but my shit got took by the police, right? So after they found my shit, I was just like, man, I'm never spending this much money again. I'm just gonna use your shit. So like, yeah, I stabbed this guy, right? And like, basically what happened, he owed me like $80, right? And like, I popped 3 Xanaxes, right? I still got the video on my Instagram, like where I popped the Xanax.
What the
shit.
fuck,
Like,
bro?
hell yeah. So like, I popped these Xanaxes and shit, and like I blacked out at this point, right? And so like my Muslim brother, but I remember this shit. I just don't remember how vividly. Like there was certain parts that I don't remember that they remember, right? But they said one thing I did. I walked into their room 80 times that day, and I was just like, bruh, he's been owing me 5 weeks. I'm about to stab him. But they were like, every time I said this shit, they would calm me down. They'd be like, don't stab him. Like, don't do it. He'll pay you your money. So, boom, after, like, I guess the 50th time, I told myself, bruh, I just keep talking about it. I'm not going to do it for real. So, I finally did this shit for real. So, like, boom, I walked this room with a knife. At first, I'm just trying to scare him, right? Like, I just want my fucking money at this point, right? And this story got a huge plot twist at the end, which you're not really ready for, right? So, like, boom, I walk in the room. I pulled the knife out. I'm like, where's my fucking money at? Like, I'm tired of waiting for my shit. And so, like, boom, I guess people see me walk in the room. So now there's, like, a whole audience outside the room. There's, like, 10 people watching. Like, do this and have this little scene. So I'm just like, fuck, everybody's watching. Now I got to do it.
Oh, no.
My peers are watching. Like, I got peer pressure, right? So...
They're gonna be like, yo, if I don't do this shit, bro, they're gonna look at me weird.
Yeah. It's like another guy coming there, right? It's my little Crip friend and shit. He walking there. He's like, where the fuck my $250 at? I'm like, you owe him $250? Like, so the guy's like, oh no, like,
Oh, fuck.
and he's on a whole bunch of meth, so he's really tweaking right now.
that
He's
must
so
suck ass,
he's
bro.
so scared, bro, because now he sees 2 guys in front of him. Bruh, somebody else come out of nowhere. It's my partner from Valdosta and shit. He walking there. He was like, where the fuck my $20 at? And the most ironic part about it, the guy that only had $20 to lose,
Yeah, the less money.
popped the most shit. He punched him dead in his face. And then the Crip dude kicked him dead in his face. I was like, man, I'm about to take the cake. I'm about to stab him.
Y'all ready for this? Watch this.
So, I got stabbing him like,
Jesus
bro, they were
Christ,
beating
bro.
the shit out of his face, bro. I couldn't even stab him in the face or neck because like it was covered by fists and kicks and shit. So I'm like, your ribs. So I started stabbing him in the ribs.
Yo, no way, bro. That's crazy.
I didn't want to like try to stab him in the neck and then like, oh, you stabbed me. What the hell?
Imagine you stabbed the homie, bro.
Then he gonna beat me up. I'm like, oh hell no. I gotta stab it inside of and shit. So boom. After we get
The
done,
only reason I feel good fucking laughing about this is because of fucking inmate, bro. If this is a random person, it'd be bad, bro. Yeah, like, oh, we laughing at somebody getting stabbed. Like, oh no, this is an inmate.
Nah, he deserved it. 'Cause he owed like 3. I saved his life one time, right? Cause like, let me finish the story. Then I'm gonna tell you what. All right, so boom. After we stabbed him up, right? When I get out the room, they said I got like a whole bunch of ice, like ice cubes and shit on the tray. And I went back in the room. I threw it on his head, like, wake your pussy ass up, man. He ain't wake up though. He was knocked out. He was gone. He was out of there and shit. And then like, boom. After I did that, you know, I walked by my Muslim brother Ahad, right? I was using his Cash App to collect my money because my Cash App got shut down at the point because somebody sent me like, you know, some fake money or whatever, right? So boom, I walked past Ahad. He was like, "What'd you just do?" I was like, "Man, I just stabbed that pussy nigga." Like, oh shit, I just stabbed that man, right?
Yeah.
So boom, he was like, "Bro, why'd you do that? He sent you your $80 already." I was like, why didn't he say that? He could have just said he sent me the money. He did not. Like, that's all he had to say.
Bro. So you stabbed him for no reason?
Bro, all he had to say was, "I sent you your money." That's all he had to say. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for no reason. It was for my $80. I wasn't under the knowledge he paid me. It's been 5 weeks. Why would I assume now he paid me like 5 minutes ago?
Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ,
man.
bro.
It'd be stories like that where you tell people, they be like, "Oh man, prison sounds horrible," but like, you know, that's not everyday shit. Like, okay, boom. This is the one time I saved him, right? I told you he owed a bunch of money across the board. Like, he owed money to every single gang in there. Like, that's such a horrible decision to make. Like, you have enemies everywhere. So, boom. One time, the Crips and the GDs, they was in the room. They beat him, and then they was about to put a broomstick in his ass. Yeah.
Oh, broomstick in his ass, bro.
They was about to do it. Like, they was about to do it.
There are some 13 reasons why.
And I was like, no, don't do it. Like, please, we use the broomstick.
That's the only reason not to do it, because we use it.
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see it happen to him. Like, it's so weird, bro. It's like, that's sodomy, bro. That's so weird, bro. Like, you feel me? So I'm like, don't do it. Like,
we need it.
Bro, you get so much time for that these days. Like, you know, you be hearing the stories about, you know, people forcing themselves.
Yeah.
That doesn't even happen these days, bro, because they got this thing called PREA. You do that, all right, you gonna do 20 years on top of your original charge.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
So that's like a thing of the past now.
Yeah, it's a limit.
So dropping the soap is a myth.
Yeah, hell yeah. That doesn't happen. The showers are by yourself. You shower by yourself.
Oh,
Who wants to shower with another man? That's weird. Like,
well, I thought that was like more of a punishment that the prison system made you do, you know?
You only do that your first 6 weeks. It's called a car wash. Nobody actually enjoys those showers. They just hurry up and clean up and get out. And people are wearing their boxers in there the whole time.
Like,
okay. You know, they get out, hurry up and try to change and leave, you know? But the second attempt, I had an attempt stabbing, right?
Stabbing?
I did go through with it, right? So check this out, right? It was a guy named Kurt, and like he owed me like $50, and he was having like relationship problems because of his drug use in prison. Like, his wife didn't want to send him no more money. So I was just like, you know, I guess one day I got fed up with it, and I just pulled up on him like, "Where the fuck my $50 at, Kirk? I see you getting high here every day. Like, I'm sick of it." So boom. He got down. He told me and my wife. We just. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. So boom, I told him, if you don't have my money at 5 o'clock, you're gonna see some shit that you don't want to see, right? So I tell him that shit. But the problem was I said it too loud, so now everybody's like, "Ooh, you better have his money."
You better have his money, Kurt.
Because the first time, you know, so I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta prove a point." Like,
why the fuck I said that shit out loud?
I was trying to say it quietly. I was trying to whisper this shit. Then I caught somebody staring at me. That you can't whisper a threat, bro. You just can't whisper.
Nope, not in prison, bro.
You gotta put your bass into. You gotta put some bass into the threat, bro. So I couldn't even whisper the shit. I was like, so boom, check this out, right? It's like 12 o'clock. I see him keep getting on the phone, right? So I'll just keep like looking at him at the side of my eye, like, where the fuck my money at? Like, are you on the phone trying to get my money? Like, so boom. 5 o'clock hit, everybody comes back from dinner and shit, right? My Muslim brother, he comes to my room with like a small ass knife. He had a baby ass knife. His shit was like a deuce. Like he had like this small.
He had a butter knife.
Yeah, like he had a toothpick, bro. Like
Oh, no.
this shit was a metal toothpick, bro. He
Yeah.
talking about, so let's go stab. But I had something a little big. I got a picture of it on my Instagram. I used it twice.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
yeah, so like, boom. I pulled up. Me and him, we followed the white dude, right? We about following him, and I was about to do his ass. His bunkmate came out of nowhere and saved his life, bro. He like, yeah, let me talk to you. Just let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, so he like, let me talk to you real quick. So boom, I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, look, man, he's scared. He knows you and the other Muslims are gonna stab him, and he's been terrified the last few hours, and like. Just give him till Thursday. He told me he'll get the money on Thursday, bro. I guarantee it. If not, you can stab me too, and I'll tell my gang not to interfere. So I'm like, all right, that's a good deal. So boom, Thursday come, I see him get on the phone. I'm just staring at him at this point. I'm just walking around with a broomstick, like I pull it up all the way with the broomstick. I'm about to hit this nigga in the head with this shit if you don't have my fucking money. So boom, goddamn. I didn't give him no time limit though, on Thursday. I was just like, man, fuck it. If you don't have a Thursday, I'll just stab him Friday. It's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal at this point. Like,
I got nothing to do.
Yeah, so like boom, he actually paid me my money, and then he felt sorry for his actions. He did feel sorry about it to try to take his life. Now he started to feel the repercussions of the actions.
Yeah.
He pulled up in my room, he just dropped off like $200 worth of meth. Like he just gave it to me. He was just like, here, this is for you.
Like, he gave you some interest, bro.
Yeah, he gave me hella interest. Bro. It was like over a month, bro. Like, what the fuck? So like, yeah, he gave me like a whole bunch of ice. I was just like, dude, we could have worked something out like 4 weeks ago.
No
like,
cap, bro. What the fuck?
Like, this shit would have went this far if you just gave me the money, bro. Like, what the fuck? Or some ice or something. Food, anything. Like, what the fuck? You could have worked your debt off. You could have cleaned my room for a month and, we would have been even.
It's true.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
Knowing all this, what would you say to, like, kids our age? Because that's how we started with the podcast, right? We grew up together. We lived through the same things, but I distanced myself, and you unfortunately didn't. So what would you say to a kid that's like going through that? You know what I'm saying? Thinking they're cool, doing all this shit.
All right, this is the main thing. When somebody older tells you something, your brain's going to be underdeveloped, so you're obviously not going to want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
But the truth is, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything's already been done a million times. Everything's been done. Like, nothing is new. So it's just like, somebody tells you something, at least, like, heed it. Especially if your parents say something, because they're the only ones with, like, real interest for your well-being. Your friends don't care about you like that. But
yeah, 100%.
Your parents, they telling you this because they see this thing happen repeated a million times. There's nothing new. Gang banging is not new. Murder is not new. Stabbing people is not new. This stuff will happen before us, and it'll happen after you die. So
yeah,
just listen. Do the lame thing, because the lame thing ends up getting you more successful than the cool thing.
And I'm assuming that your parents would tell you all this shit when you were young and everything,
all the
right?
time.
And we wouldn't listen, huh? Like, they tell me too. They'd be like, "Yo, don't hang out with him," and I'd be like, "Nah, bro."
Bruh, half the guys we used to hang out with, they weren't even tough. Like Quay got beat up inside his grandma's house. Like,
oh no,
bro, this guy forced himself into his grandma's house, pushed his grandma out the way, and beat up Quay. Yeah, because Quay was trying to talk to the girlfriend. Then he tried to talk to another girl on Instagram, which was this guy's baby mama. So this guy pulled up and beat him up in front of everybody, bro. These guys was going out bad. Like, Saint used to lie about everything, bro. Like, he'll just be in the car and be like, I killed 100 people one time and shit.
No,
yeah,
that's the type of shit you hear.
He dead now though. He died.
Jesus Christ.
He snitched on like 2 people before he died, which was the worst part. Like,
what is your so now that you're grown and you went through all the things that you went through, what is your relationship now with, like, your parents? You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably, I was talking to you about in the car, like, they probably feel some kind of guilt. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a parent, like me, I feel like, damn, did I let my fucking son down? Like, this might be all my fault. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they blame themselves partly because, I'm diagnosed with certain mental health conditions, so they're just like, but they didn't know about it, so they're just like, damn, we should have got him help a lot sooner. But and they, I'll be reassuring them, like, I did everything I did because I wanted to do it, because at the end of the day, I'm not crazy. I have a rational side which tells me that this is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes wrong feels better, and that's just the case for everything. Drugs, alcohol, like the wrong stuff feels better for you.
Yeah, all the
know?
vices.
Yeah, the vices, and it just ruins you type shit. So stay away from vices, especially drugs. Like drugs is the most detrimental thing you could do to yourself, because it's just like you're putting your problems off on a substance which not gonna fix your problem. If anything, it'll just dig a deeper hole.
100%, bro. Well, fuck it. I say we ended up on that note, but that was a good note. That was a nice, lighthearted shit, bro. I feel like everybody's gonna feel that one, bro. If you guys like this fucking episode, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, give us a 5-star on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Tune into the TikTok. Some of these clips are gonna go up on TikTok. And shout out my boy Tokir, bro. I appreciate you for doing this shit, bro, and sharing all your stories, bro. Like it's a crazy. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get you back on here, bro. I'm sure you have more shit.
Yeah,
more shit to say, bro. I know you got hella crazy stories and shit, but we gonna save it for another day, bro. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.